Okay, students, so today we're going to solve this question. The question states that 10 friends plan to share equally the cost of buying a gift for their teacher. Okay, so the information that they are providing is that 10 students, right? 10 students, no more like friends, because friends is mentioned over here, and they're going to give a gift to the teacher. Very good. Uh, when two of them decide not to contribute, each other friend has to pay 150 more. The cost of the gift was rupees, right? So they have given us some information, a twisted kind of statement. But from that twisted statement, we have to deduce the original cost of the item, right? So let's assume that originally every single friend was contributing an amount of x rupees, right? Originally, right? After uh, two of them decided not to contribute. After that, the amount which the 8 of them would have to pay, let's assume that to be y is equals to after rejection amount. Why am I defining variables, you would say? Because defining variables gives you very clear understanding of what exactly is going on. Otherwise, it is just in your head and you were trying to imagine what all things happened without even having a concrete symbol to play with the information, right? So now with all that thing being present, we know that if x is the original amount that everyone had to pay, so the cost of gift, right, cost of gift is equals to 10 times x, right? This is what we have to find. If we were able to find x, we can get the answer, right? After what two of them rejected, this thing is also equal to 8 times of y. That is also correct. So this one equation we get. Okay, there are two variables, so we need one more equation. How can we find another equation from this? We can find another equation from this by means of uh, basically, let's think about it. So the information that is being present over here is that rupees 150 has to be paid more when two of them rejected, right? So 10x minus 2x is the amount that the others would be contributing either ways, right? This whole amount subtracted from your original amount, the total amount, is going to be giving you how much? I mean, that is 8 times of y is equals to 150 times your 8. That is what you're going to get from the whole of it, right? So this becomes 8. This 8 can be cut out. So y minus x is equals to 150. This is one another piece of information that we have, right? This piece of information, this piece of information. Then we can directly solve, right? So if we get we have to find only one of the variables value. Once we have that value, we can find the answer, right? So let's put x on the right side and 150 on the left side. What do we get? X is equals to y minus 150, right? So let's put this x's value over here. What do we get? 10 times, just simplify it a bit, 4, and this becomes 5, right? So let's simplify, because simplifying at the origin helps us to prevent a lot of complexity later, right? So x is going to be replaced by y minus 150. This is going to be equal to 4 times of y, right? So what is that going to give you? So 5y minus 15 times 5 is equals to 75, right? 750 is equals to 4y. Okay, so if this thing were to be subtracted over here, what do we get? We get y is equals to 750, right? Very good. And what is the answer? The answer that we have after is 8 times of y, right? So 8 times your 750. What is that going to give you? 750 is nothing but 250 times 3, right? So 250 times 8 is equals to what? This 5 is not very clear, so I'm writing it again so that you don't have any confusion in your mind, right? So 8 times, this is basically what? This is 125 times 2, right? So 125 times 2 times 3 times 8. These 2 is 2 cross 2 raised to the power of 3, 5 raised to the power of 3. What am I doing? Right? This is what it is. So this is basically 10 raised to the power of 3. Very good. And this is 6, right? So 6 cross 10 to the power of 3, that is 6. After 6 there are three zeros. So your answer is going to be 6000. Is there an option over here that matches this 6000 in the whole of it? Yes, C matches 6000, and that is going to be your answer for this question. It was a straightforward question, and you must not be scared. When you are in the examination, your brain must be in problem solving mode, right? That is why you do all this practice, so that when you're giving the examination, the feeling of scaredness, the feeling of, oh, this question is very difficult, how can I solve it, I cannot solve it, this kind of thinking does not work. Just look at the problem and you see how can you manipulate all the data, how can you get an answer, and you work on that. And we don't waste time on thinking about, is it difficult, or is it difficult, not difficult, or is it, how can I solve it? You must be able to directly deduce, is it possible, can it be solved? If it is solvable, how can I solve it, right? That thing comes through practice, and I do hope that you must have been able to solve this question by yourself, and I only provided validation for the solution that you already got. And with that, I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.